All right, it's time now for Great Day Food, and today we're making a delicious dish with plenty of flavor with one of our favorites. Of course, Chef Plum is here, and you're making corn fritters.
I love corn.
With cilantro lime crema.
We're fancy, right?
Yes.
Let's make it fancy.
That's like a thing you see on the restaurant menus all the time.
Right.
It comes with cilantro lime crema.
And we feel fancy when we make it, you know?
And I thought it was just called cream, but anyway, it's crema.
Right, it's crema, it's crema. Okay, so let's get started. So we've got some flour in here that I've sifted into a bowl, about a cup or so of flour, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna take...
Just all-purpose flour.
Just AP flour, yep. I'm gonna take about a teaspoon, this is just baking powder. Sorry, I'm making it come loose when I tap it on the side like that. About a teaspoon of that. Just in there, just that kind of helps give it some lift. You know, to kind of lift up a little bit.
Can you answer this? And it's probably a dumb question, but what's really the difference if you happen to not have baking powder and you only have baking soda, or vice versa? Okay. What do they do? How are they different? Why do you sometimes use them together? Or
great question. So baking powder has an acid in it that makes the baking soda activate, right? So and baking soda is an alkaline. It has to activate to create carbon dioxide, which is what creates that lift in there, right? It creates the little bubbles that you see when you cut something. It's from carbon dioxide bubbles that form inside of it, and they can't escape, which forces it to come up.
Can you just use them interchangeably or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's the answer. So baking powder for this one.
That's right. So
I love it, but I don't want to take all your time away from cooking.
You know. I'll try my best to answer.
I know. Okay.
So we're gonna add an egg.
Yeah.
To this, right? Just one egg in here, like this. There we go. Usually I can do it with one hand, very, very simply, easy. Then I'm going to add a little bit of milk, about a tablespoon or so of milk like this, okay? This is just our base for our
for the
fritters, right, the base for it. So we're just going to mix this up.
So this could be the base for any fritter if you're going to make, I don't know, zucchini fritter or whatever. We're making corn, but...
So we get this mixed up. You kind of want to have that consistency of cake batter. If you need to add a little more milk to it, go ahead.
Consistency of cake batter, okay.
Yeah, just kind of get it mixed up nicely, like this. Get it all mixed in there. If you sift that flour ahead of time too, which I'm a big fan of, you have to sift it. It keeps those big clumps of flour out of it. Okay? We're gonna add a little bit more milk to this now. So I've probably added about 4.5 to 5 tablespoons of milk. Mix that in like this. Okay, great. So we've got this nice and mixed together. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna use a little bit of corn.
Okay.
So you can use fresh corn if you've got it. You can use a little bit of canned corn. Okay. Or in this case, I've got some frozen corn here.
That you thought?
That I put on a paper towel to drain off that moisture.
That's it. Okay. Yep.
And our stove has cut off on us.
Okay. So here we go.
We'll try it again. Yep. Get that guy on. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this. Now in here too, I'm going to add a little bit of green onion I just chopped up.
Yes, I smell that. So just green onion.
Just green onion, yep.
A little bit.
And this is a little bit of chili. And we're going to talk about this in a second, okay? That I've seeded.
So is it spicy because of that or not really?
Once you take those seeds out, it is not that spicy anymore.
So now we have this nice little batter, and the pan is hot.
Nice and hot. And like I said before, look how we have all that stuff in there. I'm going to take a spoon, just like a dessert spoon size kind of, just put that right in there like this, okay? Okay. And I always like to work clockwise. So almost like you think the top of the pan is 12 o'clock, you know, then 3, then 6, and 9. Oh, okay. That way you know what order to flip them in. Okay, now while these guys are...
That's a good little trick, okay.
So now while these guys are getting happy, all right, I have them just kind of hang out there, we're going to make our crema, all right? And I'm going to have you do it. Okay. So here's a bowl. In that bowl, I've got a little yogurt. Yes. Right, just a little healthy yogurt.
Just what we're going to do is plain yogurt, Greek yogurt?
Plain yogurt, right? Give a nice squeeze of this lime in there, and while you squeeze that lime, I'm going to chop up a little cilantro to go in there. And for like this, I don't mind using some of these crunchy cilantro stems. I think it adds a little extra texture to it.
Okay, I always throw them out. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's okay to use them, I think, for this. So I'm going to do a little rough chop here on this. And we're just going to put that right in there. And then we're going to use, here we go, right there. Just mix that right in.
Just mix it up, okay.
And we're going to add a little bit of red chili in there, okay?
Okay, which we already had, so we're not wasting. Right. Okay.
Just like that. And I'll show you, when I do these chilies, the biggest thing you want to do to take that heat down is you want to take out that... the seeds and those ribs. So I cut the top off like this, right? Just like that. So you have those seeds in there.
Yeah, okay, so that's where the fire is.
That's it. Then I'll take my knife and run it down the little compartment there. Okay. Spread it apart. And just gently take my knife and slide it through, just like this, to take those seeds right off of there.
Now, what if there's a couple left? Do you need to rinse it?
Just take your knife like this and push them out, but you can use a couple and it's fine. But you take all these out just like this, and that heat's not going to be there. So it's great. Let's take a look at our fritters here. You can see how it's starting to leaven up like that. That's what we want. And look at this.
Oh, look how easy it was to flip. That's how you know it's up.
Look at that. Look
so
at that.
Pretty and brown.
And we're going to go around the order here.
And I love that you're frying in olive oil, because a lot of people think you can't, but that's one of the things that I know our nutritionists and our naturopaths always say, use the olive oil because it's the best oil for you. And I was always like, oh, you can't fry, but they said actually it goes a lot higher than you think.
100% olive oil. You can cook with it. Like a lot of restaurants and chefs will all saute with it and cook with it on a regular basis. It's no big deal. It's easy. It's affordable. affordable nowadays.
Yeah.
And you can even get blends of it too. You know, you can use a little avocado oil here if you wanted, or a little canola oil here, but just use olive oil.
Look how perfect.
Keep it simple. Don't overthink it. And you can see that batter, the amount of batter that we had versus the actual stuff in there. Look at that. You know, how it raises up. That's that baking powder that really making it puff up nicely.
That's so cool. And how great. Your kids are thinking they have pancakes for dinner.
That's it. That's it. So what I like to do then is I'll take some of these guys out here.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit longer to go. We can still plate it up and show you what it looks like.
Yeah.
And I'll put them on a plate like this.
Yep.
And I'll take a little bit of this crema that we made. And just, as my clients call it, they'll put the plum schmear.
Oh, Chef Plum schmear. But he's sharing the secret schmear recipe.
The secret schmear recipe. And check that out. How beautiful does that look? Give it a few little drops of that chili on there for color. Fun. Maybe a little black pepper on there. And look at that. Come on. How gorgeous is that, right?
Oh my gosh, delicious.
And we got the green onion. Let's use the green onion too. Make it pretty.
Okay.
You know, make it pretty. Delicious, easy, healthy, and gets. Most people have a bag of corn or a can of corn in their refrigerator. Really easy to use, right?
That's delicious. I know. We even left it not as crispy as we could have, and it's still very good.
Yeah, just to get them done all the way through.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
But
okay.
Easy, delicious, and took no time.
No time. And again, always go to WSB.com. Just click on Great Day. You can watch these videos, and you can make it at home right along with Chef Plum. Thank you so much.
On Instagram. If you have any questions, @Chef Plum on Instagram. I'll answer them.
Yes.
Very active.
Love it.
Try them. They're delicious.